Another problem-solving one. A cable that supports a suspension bridge is parabolic, so that makes it parabola. The horizontal distance between the two ends of the cable is 140, and the midpoint is 14 meters below the endpoints. And we have to come up with an equation. In order to come up with an equation, we need to figure out where are we going to put our axes. Do they group them together? Oh, nice. Right? Where do we want to put our axes? This is our vertex, right? So if I could technically put my axes here, and this would be terrible, not very strategic. And I could say, oh, we're going 87 to the left and 63 up to get to our vertex, and it would not be wrong, but it would not be very strategic. We can make our axes anywhere to create this equation, so there are some places that are more strategic than others. Wow, that looks really strategic. You like the minus 7963 one or whatever I said? Or maybe use decimals.
Yeah, I'm
thinking
about
1.83. We could make it so we go left square root of 3 and up pi. That would be really. I would have to mark it right if you got it right, but I would not recommend it.
That'd be some difficult math.
It might be, right? Part of being good at math makes you do easier math. People who are good at math always choose ways to do it easier, which would make you think they don't get better at math because they're always doing the easy way, but it kind of works together. So it makes sense to go 0, 0. And if we wanted to write an equation, we need all of these values. Can you see that 0, 0 simplifies this to just be ax squared? Now we only have to find a. Well, there are these 2 points you could label. If this is 0, 0, does it make sense that you would have to go up 14 on both of these? And what would the x coordinate be? 70 and negative 70, so that the distance between is still 140 and it's symmetrical. Perfect. So what does that allow us to do? Well, we can plug this in to find a. I know that when y is 14, x is 70. Oh my goodness. Not nice numbers, but it could have been worse. And if you wanted to get a by itself, you'd have to divide by 4900. Now, if you had your calculator, you could get a decimal for this. Here, I'll just show you. You could take 14 and divide by 4900. And most of you have the nice scientific calculators that let you switch from decimals to fractions. The graphing calculator lets you do that as well. So if I take that answer and I hit the math button, and then number 1, change it back to a fraction, not only will it change it back to a fraction, but it will put it in the lowest terms, which is kind of cool. It reduces that to 1 out of 350, which is way nicer to write than a decimal, because the decimal, you're rounding, you're a little bit inaccurate. So our most accurate answer for this, here's our a value. We know that p and q are 0. This is our equation. The textbook gave a bunch of possibilities. I think you guys chose the best. Vertex. 0, 0 made it easy. But you could have, there's so many different answers. You could have made your vertex, you could have done this. Shifted this right up there. And then your vertex would be shifted down. Right? And we could do, no, we're not doing that. 0, 0 is a really nice place for your vertex. And it made all of our math easier as a result. So, questions for practice on this one, just number 11.